Could you imagine being completely alone in a new country, having to adapt to a completely new environment, and getting ready for your first day of work in the morning? Or what about being a senior in high school and having to work in front of crowds of 15,000 people? These are both situations I've overcome, and both of these situations have given me the skills necessary to be the best candidate for the corporate sales and support intern for the St. Louis Rams. My name is Shanon Smith, and I'm a senior at Iowa State University. I'm studying marketing and management and have minors in advertising and speech communication. I'm set to graduate this May and will be available to start at the anticipated July 2015 start date for this internship. To prove I'm the best candidate for this position, I'm going to tell you how my work ethic is driven through my knowledge gained in the sports industry and my knowledge gained through my international internship. Through working with my collegiate football team in the recruiting department and being the recruiting events assistant, I've been able to create and execute many different recruiting events. This included organizing the student staff responsible at these events, creating the itineraries before each event, and managing the setup. I also served as a main contact person during these events. I had to deal with a lot of different communication styles and a lot of different problem solving. For instance, there was once a situation where a family wanted to come in and request more tickets than the NCAA allows us to give out. In order to rectify the situation, I had explained to the family how, due to the NCAA policies, we weren't able to give them more tickets, make sure they understood that we still want them to have the best environment, and ultimately talk with them to figure out how we could reach a conclusion. We ended up reaching a conclusion that suited everyone's needs, and they were still able to sit as a family in our recruiting section, be able to go through all of our recruiting events, and have a great time. I also made sure to stay in constant communication with them throughout the game, just to make sure they were enjoying themselves as much as we wanted them to. Working for my minor league baseball team, I was able to be fully immersed in the behind-the-scenes making of the game day atmosphere. I was responsible for executing promotions according to sponsor specifications and getting all the guests involved in the game and making sure they're having a good time while complying with all the legal requirements such as the waivers the guests had to fill out before the events. One of the most important skills I learned during this job was the fast decision-making required during game day processes. For instance, there once was a game where we had 2 outs until the promotion was supposed to go live. However, our contestants didn't show up for the event. So I had to go through the crowd, find 2 new contestants, explain to them the game, get their waiver signed, and make sure they felt comfortable going on the field, all within those 2 outs. I had to keep a constant eye on the game, knowing what was going on, as well as being fully attentive to our guests as well. In the end, they had a great time on the field. They really enjoyed the experience and were so thankful they got to be part of it. Working at my public relations firm in London, I worked with a luxury lifestyle firm that catered to a very high-end VIP clientele. I learned the importance of professionalism while serving as the face of the company and creating relationships with people from all backgrounds. I had to cater to the needs of journalists, celebrities, the company's executives, and my colleagues, all the while figuring out which communication styles suited each group best. Once at an event, it was my responsibility to talk with all of our VIP guests and make sure that they had cab rides home at the end of the night. I had to demonstrate professionalism to the guests, as well as constant communication with the cab companies, and to make sure everything moves smoothly. At the end of the day, everyone had a great time and they got home safely, which was one of our biggest concerns. Overall, I understand what it takes to work in the sports industry. The commitment to the organization, the ability to think on your feet and make split decisions, and the drive to accept nothing less than complete success. To every professional opportunity, I bring creativity, knowledge, organization, and efficiency. I pride myself on my ability to build and maintain relationships, as well as delivering professionalism in all aspects of my working environment. Working for the St. Louis Rams as the corporate sales and support intern would not only be a great opportunity for me, but I would strive for success in taking the corporate sales departments to new heights. I want to thank you for your time and consideration with this position, and I look forward to talking with you soon.